Hey, if you're enjoying the content here at Dennis Sperling Unfiltered, make sure you support it by sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And also, hit that little notification bell in the corner so that you'll get notice of each and every one of our live feeds.
I have a question. Where the fuck are our kings at?
Don't worry, fellas, I got this. They're at work right now, saving so they can get their passport together, so that they can go ahead and get a wife that's foreign who has traditional values. They're at work right now, saving for retirement for one, because they don't want to take the chance of marrying a woman who can take half of their shit. You've canceled them. You've silenced them. Because either you were spouting a feminist narrative that doesn't allow men to be men, or you were silent while your sisters did and you didn't check that shit. They're effeminate because they were raised by single mothers and denied contact with their fathers. They're effeminate because you socialized them in school to act like women instead of to be men. They're effeminate because you taught them everything about their masculinity was toxic. You've turned them into women or disenfranchised them.
A Spanish woman, they're raised to be a wife.
But why isn't a black woman raised that way?
Most black women are raised to be independent. Remember, let's be real.
Say that again?
Most black women are raised to be strong, tough, independent, and don't take no shit. If the daddy wasn't shit, I raised you alone by myself. Be a strong black woman. So they come into the game with their guard up ready. Now a Spanish girl is raised to serve. Yeah. They be cooking for their father at a young age, washing the dishes, washing the table, mopping all Saturday morning. Let's face it, they're raised to serve. If one time I swear to God, I'm at a girl's house having dinner. I got her with my own plate, put it in the garbage, put it in the sink. Her mom spazzed on her in Spanish about da 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 da. Now, in the black woman's house, if I get up with my own plate, she gonna say, that's a damn good nigga. He got his own shit. I like him, Shirley. A Spanish woman, they're...
Welcome back to the broadcast. What's up? This is Dennis Sperling. And I would like to first welcome everybody here. Hit the number 1 button. We got some people who are here early on. And I want to make sure I acknowledge you. Y'all, when you come in, make sure the cost of admittance is free. All I need you to do is hit the number 1 button. Let me know you're coming in. Go ahead and do that now. Let me see where we are. Let me see who we got up in here tonight, man. Let's see. We got anybody that follows my page understands first and foremost that I'm an advocate for Black American men. Okay? That's the first thing you need to understand. I am a Black American man. Culturally, I am a Black American man. My complete life, I was raised by Black American people. So then it is only natural that if I'm going to go to bat for any group of people, it would be Black American people. Hell, even my degrees come from historically Black universities founded by Black American people. And when I say Black American, I don't simply mean they were Black living in America. I mean those foundational Black Americans who found themselves in servitude for over 250 years in the plantations of the United States. Shout out to my man Shocks112. Thank you so much. He said Uncle D done came on here to talk some shit. Shout out to my man. uh, shout out to you, man. Thank you so much, bro. So what I'm trying to explain to you guys that as a Black American lawyer and as an advocate for Black American men, when I'm invited on some of these nationally broadcast television shows or stations, I'm always going to speak up on behalf of and be an advocate for those who share my same culture. Now, caveat. Some of you are aware, those of you who read my books, that I found out as a grown man of nearly 40 years old that my biological father was a man from the Caribbean. That does not change my allegiance to my Black American brothers and sisters. My allegiance to foundational Black Americans, my mother's people, is number one. Now, I do accept the fact that I am a part of the diaspora, that I am one of 2 billion Africans and people of African descent on this planet. The idea that I would put that before my allegiance to my brothers here in the United States is false. I'm not going to do that, because these are the people who made me. This is the experience that I come from, and I'm going to speak to my experience. Just like I would not try to return to that island nation where my father is, my biological father is from, and say, yeah, I'm one of y'all. I wouldn't do that, because culturally, I'm not them. I'm a Black American man. I'm proud to be a Black American man. I would not want to be anything other than a Black American man. I enjoy the experience, the history, the lineage. This is who I am. Now, I'm not going to apologize for that, nor am I going to apologize for my comments last night that I made on Fox News when asked the questions about whether or not the Dominicans and the Haitians, who have had a 500-year battle now, whether or not I think Black Americans should get themselves involved in that. Has nothing to do with me. But what I'm going to do tonight is take the opportunity to explain to you in no uncertain terms why. And by that point, I hope it's clear. And we will go through some of these angry comments from you Haitians that have been commenting on my page for the past 24 hours. Praise Moses. Praise Moses. You're welcome to speak. We can do that here in the United States. You got freedom of speech. I will try to keep the jokes and humor to a minimum because I know y'all are sour, but understand that I am probably one of the easiest people, or one of the easiest people you can convince to be on your side, as long as your interests align with those of Black American men and women in the United States. That said, Sapase, shout out to all the Haitians. Que lo que, wah, wah, wah. Shout out to all the Dominicans. And a big shout out to my man Essential Entity, Shock 112, Broken Blade. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up, because this is gonna be real out here in the field. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And you can be mad. You are welcome to be mad all you want to be. I invite your anger. Okay, you can tap on them keys all you want to. Okay, but that's still not gonna change my position. As I say all the time, we are better together. Okay. However, when push comes to shove, I notice that everybody who has a little flag, y'all put y'all little flags up. And hey, look, I don't want you African brothers and sisters to get off the hook. Okay. Y'all put y'all little flags up too. Y'all got y'all little Ethiopian flags, Ghanaian flags, and Nigerian flags. Let me see who else we got. Your little Puerto Rican, y'all part of the United States. Y'all put y'all little flags up in the DR and the Haitians and all of y'all. So I understand that. Again, I will say we are better together. But as long as y'all putting y'all little flags up, hey, I got to look out for my people. I got to look out for Black Americans, African folks here in the United States, and their best interest. When I'm asked about my opinions as to what all Black Americans should do, okay? So shout out to all you folks out there with your little flags. You can put your little flags in the chat room all you want. That don't bother me, okay? But apparently, I bothered a lot of people last night. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to this video footage right here. And I know it's gonna be a little shaky, right? That's all. I get it. But y'all make sure y'all go ahead and contribute to the Super Chat, the Cash App, and the PayPal. All right. And well, before I get started, I want y'all to understand something. When I'm on this page talking about the issues that we have in the United States among foundational Black Americans, I do it from a place of love. I love my people. I want my people to get better. That's why I keep talking to them. See, when I stop talking to them, those Black men who run off and you never hear from them, they don't care anymore. The reason I continue to speak to my people is because I want them to hear my voice and get better. I speak to Black men about the issues that they face, and I show them the difference between what their responsibility is and what's not their responsibility. Unfortunately, we've gotten to the point where everything seems to be thrown at the foot of Black men, and that's just not fair. And so what I do is I go a long way to showing them, no, this is not on you, that's not on you, and we go about it in a very logical manner. Okay. But for the most part, what I do here is I talk to my people about our issues. This is not the same as when you have random Haitian TikTokers and Instagrammers talking bad about Black people. And we see that. There was a video about 1.5 years ago. This young Haitian man was talking a whole lot of crap about Black Americans. I remember that. And it's not just me, the millions of other Black Americans, we see what you say about us. We know there's a whole video on the internet right now that asks Africans over in the continent their opinions of Black American. Right before Donald Trump got elected, they did an interview with some Africans, just random Africans on the streets. I believe it was Uganda or something like that. I don't know exactly where. What do you think about South America, South Africans? They said, what do you think about all that? What do you think about Donald Trump? But we don't want the we don't want the Black Americans to come here. They are very violent. We don't want them here. They are violent. They will shoot up everything. They will kill everything. We saw what you said. We saw you. We synced it with our own eyes. We know what you think. Okay? We look past a lot of stuff. Well, let me say it like this. Our ancestors looked past a lot of stuff under the auspices of unity at all costs. But we are different. These modern men are different. We are not like them, okay? Okay? Hello, hey, my brother. We are not like our fathers and mothers and brothers that came before us, okay? All right, I love y'all, okay? But you're going to have to take this. Because for many years, shout out to my man, Essential Entities, man. He said, salute the truth. I appreciate you speaking on the concept of reciprocity and reciprocation of access and resources. Uphold the good historical shoulders we stand on. Salute. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Oh, this is too much. I think I'm about to have a blast tonight on these internet streets. So you can be mad all you want to be with your black behinds. But I am going to tell you today that we are not the people that came before us. Okay, I am not Dr. Martin Luther King. I will not be here to save you. Okay? Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Oh man, yeah. It's all y'all always want us to come in and intervene, right? Y'all want us to come in and intervene when there's some shit going on over there. But you don't have dual citizenship for us. Okay, I'm talking to all you African countries. Because see, if Black Americans had our own country, it would be like Wakanda right now. All our millionaires would be living there right now. Okay, all our Black millionaires would have moved to our little Blackistan, wherever it would be, whether it's in Africa or somewhere in the Caribbean. We'd be living it up over there because that's what we do. Okay, and we'd have our own little army, our own little airplanes and all kind of stuff, because that's the nature of who we are, you see? But, it's whatever. We don't have those benefits, so we make do with what we have, and we've done a very good job. But what do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to break down some of this stuff. My man, the country is being ran by a gang member named BBQ, a kid you not. He said, BBQ, really? So yeah. So look, all I'm saying is you can't be mad at me for advocating on behalf of my people when y'all not showing us the love you should. You want it's brotherly. You want us to be brotherly when you knocking at our front door with your hand out. And I got love for you, baby. I got love for you, but you have to understand where we coming from. This is a new generation. We are not our ancestors. We see things for what they are. We hear things, and we are going to hold your feet to the fire for the things you say. You know how when you Black folks from other places get together and you talk about those Black Americans, blah, blah. We know what y'all say behind closed doors. And then here's the cold part about it. Y'all come over here and y'all take our little scholarships, right? You say Black, and you take our little scholarship money and you send your kids to our universities, and they fill the role of Black at all these white universities, HBCUs, and then as soon as you get your little degree, you get your degree in one hand and your little flag in the other hand. And it's not like, you give us credit as Black Americans, because it was Black American folks that set all that up so that you can have that. And I talk about this in this video. The Haitians are bad because they're being racially profiled. That's the norm around the world, getting racially profiled by the government agent. It is only here in the United States that Black American folks have fought so that when a police officer racially profiles you, that is something like an illegal act. But that's not what happens in other countries. Nope, it's not. Your Black ass can get racially profiled by the popos or whoever else wants to. They treat you horribly in those other countries, especially countries that are, non-Black, and you live in your Black behind in their countries. So that's a luxury that we've set up here in the United States. It's something that we fought for. And then you come here and think, oh, yeah, this is the norm. It's not the norm. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at this footage. Let me see if I can present this to you in a form in which can be easily digested. We'll see if it plays. If not, we'll...
Factor on censored a crackdown on Haitian immigrants mess up your trip to the Dominican Republic. The U.S. Embassy there is officially putting out a warning for dark-skinned Black travelers. According to the embassy, the country's migration agents could mistake Black Americans or other people with dark skin tones for Haitian immigrants. And if you leave your passport at the resort, you could even be detained. My next guest here on The Factor Uncensored, Fox 26 photographer Tori Walker and attorney Dennis Sperling. Both of them spend regular time in the Dominican Republic. Glad to have you both here. So, Tori, when you heard this, you and I talked over the weekend, and you didn't put much weight into it because you know what the complexion of that country is. So your thoughts on this?
Well, most of their dollars come from tourism, people coming in to vacation there. So to do anything that would hurt that, I think, would be counterproductive to, you know, the way that
Hit
they
the number
make their
one button
money.
if you
So
can hear.
I just don't put too much credence into it.
And Dennis, you spend a lot of time there as well, and when you hear that they're going after dark individuals because they don't want Haitians in that country, that crosses a line into intra-racial racism.
Right.
So your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, Isaiah, usually I come here and I'm able to have fun and talk to you and your audience, but, you know, this is a very serious issue. And as a Black American, as a foundational Black American, I don't want to put myself into the lived experiences of either a Haitian person, a citizen, or a Dominican citizen. No, I lived in the Dominican Republic. I've watched the news there. I've interacted with folks from there. I understand that there's a lot of history that goes on between these two countries. They fought wars against each other. There's competition, but on top of that, if you watch the news, there's a lot of bad press about Haitian immigrants. I saw a news report where, and this is several years back, where a young Dominican woman had her arms cut off by a Haitian man who rebuffed his advances. There are stories that go around the countryside where the immigrants come there and then get jobs and they end up killing the people in the fincas or the Dominican owners of the property. So there's a lot that we don't know. But the main thing is, as a foundational Black American, it's not to be the police of the rest of the world. We tried that, it didn't work. We have issues here in the United States. We're concerned. We got 18 people who died right here in Harris County in the lockup over the last 2 years. So we have our own issues as Black Americans that we need to deal with. And the thing is, I haven't received any outreach from any Haitians. I don't see them opening up their borders and allowing us to become citizens, dual citizens of their country. Same thing for our African countries. They're extending these arms to us. And I'm going to tell you this, since the George Floyd incident, what I found is that Black Americans, our hearts have gone a little bit, because we realize there's no outlet for us and we're in it on our own. And anything that we need in this country, we fought for it. Yeah, there is racism. There's intra-racism in South America, Central America, and the Caribbean. We dealt with that here in the United States. But the thing is, as foundational Black Americans, as those Black Americans trace our roots to Mississippi, Alabama, and these tobacco farms in North Carolina, we stayed and we fought. We didn't run. We didn't try to go to someone else's country illegally. We stayed and we fought, and we made this country what it is for us. And now you have folks coming over and doing that. But what you benefit here in the United States, that's from the hard work. It's illegal to racially profile someone in the United States. It's illegal for a cop to do that. That's a luxury of the United States, due largely in part to the hard work of foundational Black Americans. So that's
what has
really my
been
thought.
your experience there when you have gone there? Because obviously is an alert from the U.S. Embassy there. It's been tension going on for quite some time.
Yeah.
So what has been your experience when you visit the Dominican Republic?
When I go there, I mainly hang with people that look like me. So I hadn't had any issues whatsoever any of my times there.
Is it possible that some of that could go on because you're not privy and you're not from there?
Oh, I'm sure it does. Yes, I've heard of it, and I'm sure it does. They're pretty harsh against Haitians in that country. That's just.
Would you guys advise any people there, or let's just take a pause and see what happens?
I'm not changing my plans.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Just like I know you're a Black American, I can look at you and tell, I can look at my Nigerian brothers and Ghanaian brothers and Haitian, I can look at you and tell that you from around here.
You understand what I'm
They
saying?
can tell by the way you walk.
They can tell. They got a different language, a different culture. They have different ways in which they communicate. They know each other. That is not our fight. That is something that exists between Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Those governments need to work that out. Americans, I've never had any issues.
But would you recommend someone going there if that's not because we could be caught in the middle of it?
Get your passport. Go,
But you're saying they would recognize us.
You are going to be in. So you're going to be in Punta Cana. You're going to be in on the North Coast in Puerto Plata, Sosúa. You're going to be in Santo Domingo. This is not your fight. They know you're American by your T-shirt.
And your recommendation for Americans?
I say go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, there it is. Now, I brought up a few points. Shout out to me. Shout out to all of you who hung in there. You did not hear me say anything other than what I knew to be true. Now, here's the thing. I've lived in the Dominican Republic, and I've interacted with Dominicans. I've interacted with some of their governmental officials. I personally had my experience with people from all over the diaspora here in the United States, and some I've interacted with Haitians in the Dominican Republic. And so what I'm telling you, generally speaking, that's not my fight, not as a Black American. I'm not going to boycott one Black country because they're treating the citizens of another Black country badly. Just not going to do it. It's just not my fight. Shout out to my man, Brian L. Ponder. He says, it's not our fight. Well put, and I will go and scuba dive. Shout out to him. Thank you so much. Who else we got up in there? My man, Ray Alexander, continue to stay on this case. Attorney Dennis Sperling. Now, I brought up some very interesting points. I think you guys kind of get it. It was succinct. It was straight to the point. I'm not putting Haitians down, and I'm not putting Dominicans up. I'm just simply telling y'all it's not my fight. But if you want to get down to it, when I lived in the Dominican Republic, I did see some of those horrible things that some immigrants from Haiti were doing. Now, you might be saying, well, they do horrible things in the Dominican Republic themselves. You will be right about that. In the story where I brought up where the young girl had her arms cut off by the Haitian immigrant man that she rebuffed, there's Dominican men that do horrible things too. But see, the difference is those people are from that country and they live in that country. They are Dominicans. It's just no different. We got our own criminals and crooks and violent people here in the United States, but we don't want other people's crooks and criminals coming to the United States. We got our own. And so why would we want to get rid of as many of them as we can and not let them in? I get that. The vast majority, and I've spoken to Dominican folks. They said the vast majority of Haitians, they just want to come over there and do work. And we get that. But even that in itself is a privilege. You can't just go to somebody else's country and just start working and thinking, oh, I'm just here to work. You're taking somebody else's job. And you can't use the argument that they use in the United States and say, oh, well, these are jobs that Americans don't want. Them Dominicans want those jobs. That's a poor third world country. And Haiti is a poor third world country. And they're neighbors. And they have history together. And they fought wars against each other. And they have not always been on the best of terms. And they share a relatively small island in the Caribbean deprived of resources. There's going to be conflict there. But see, my thing is for you all, right? And you heard what I said when I talked about the color line. I will admit, yes, there is a race problem in Latin America, intraracial race problem. I will agree with you on that 100%. Okay. But again, that's not my problem either. I'm not about to get in some transnational, offshore colorism fight between dark-skinned Black people and light-skinned people of African descent. I'm not going to do that. What we did here in the United States is we worked on that. We had movements like the Black Pride movement. Okay. We put laws in place that, you could not, we fought and put laws in place, which made it illegal to discriminate against people based on the color of their skin. in the DR, in South America, and Central America, you haven't had a civil rights movement. Now I'm happy to hear that now in Brazil, there's an uptick in people reporting that they're of African descent or calling themselves black. That's a good start. But you all haven't done what we've done. I'm not getting involved in that. We have to dedicate our resources to other things. Now, some of you, hey, I want to look at some of these goddamn comments from these Haitians. Y'all about to get the smoke tonight because I want you to explain this. Why is this my problem? That's what I want to know. Why is this? Now, I'm going to say that on a personal level, of course, I feel empathy for people that look like me that's getting their ass whooped by other people that look like me. Of course, on a personal level, maybe I'll put some on your Cash App or something like that. But speaking on behalf of all my people, speaking on behalf of all black, I'm not going to say black Americans go get pistols, your Glocks, and start making rap songs. And I'm not going to say that. Why? We got our own issues to deal with. The police brutality, the unemployment, the over-incarceration, the undereducation of black men in specific, black men and black women generally not getting along, not having a cohesive unit. That's stuff that we need to deal with. Every other week, we get a video or a movie that comes out undermining black masculinity. We have our own things to worry about. And you want me to jump in there and tell and use my voice as an advocate for black men to do what? To tell y'all, yeah, man, we need to stop these Haitians and Dominicans from fighting with each other. We need to get the Dominican Republic to let the Haitians stay over there. Treat them humanely. We can't get the American government to treat the Haitians humanely right here in Texas. Did you not see in 2021, they had their lassos out, rounding them up, sending them home? I mean, did y'all not see that? Was that something that, you didn't see? Either way, let's see, Latin explaining with Denise is only fair to express your thoughts and even suggest solutions if you desire, but it's not Americans' job to fix us Caribbean. It's not. It is not. No, I mean, y'all got your own thing going out there. I'm not going to Puerto Rico pretending to be a Puerto Rican. I'm not going to Dominican Republic interjecting myself into your internal politics. I'm not going to do it for Cuba, Jamaica. I go, I visit, I eat at the buffet, I get back on the boat, I'm leaving by dawn, by sunset. That's what I do. Okay, that's not my fight. You're going to have to, and here's the other thing. It'd be different if y'all was saying, hey, look, our black American brothers and sisters, or let me say, my brother, we have a land grant for you, my brothers. We have land grants for you. You come here, you can be a citizen, you can put your money in the bank, avoid paying the American taxes. You would wonder, it's not like y'all doing that. It's not like y'all saying, hey, come down to the University of Haiti or come down to the University of Jamaica. We'll have exchange students come, send them down here. They can go to school for free or pay a limited amount. Y'all not doing that for us. Not on a large scale. It seems like you the type of neighbor, you only come knocking on the door when you want something because you feel like you entitled something. You use your black card like it's a credit card. You black when you need something, but when you got everything you think you need, y'all not really helping us, fam. And look, again, like I say, we are better together. We're better together. But y'all need to do a whole lot more to convince me in this generation of black men, especially, that you on our side. Now let me tell you something. I'm going to bring up some historical stuff. He's just an ignorant American. He doesn't know that Haiti helped free the whole world. I get that. That was 218 years ago, though, boo. That's a long time. That's outside your jurisdiction. You can't keep calling up them past favors and think you're going to get future credit for that. But we'll talk about that in a minute. My girl, let me see who else. Shocks 112. Guess what? They are neutral to our fights. When they come here, they can be neutral. Yeah, y'all mind y'all business when y'all come here. Y'all do. Just keep it 100. Essential Entities, absolutely brilliant. Thank you for revealing our hard work and historical contributions for Black world to access for all these years without exactly. That's exactly right. Essential Entities. Black Americans don't ever get credit for what we do, but everybody comes over here and benefits from the hard work and labor and death and bloodshed and black eyes and broken bones of Black men and Black women being on the front lines for freedom. And y'all don't even acknowledge us. You just complain about how the culture, what do y'all say about it? All they do is beg. All y'all do is fight. We have to be. We are in the belly of the beast. We live in the United States. If your ass don't fight, you get eliminated. You keep trying to make peace with these white folks out here. They will wear your ass out. You understand me? You better let them know you got some backbone. Shit, most of our women can whoop some butt. Yeah, we know. They masculine as hell, but they're like that because the culture dictates that they have to be. Ain't that a biscuit? The same thing that we fighting against is what has kept us alive. These masculine ass women that we got. That's something. It's terrible, but it is what it is, and now we trying to change it. Let me see. Somebody said, I don't see Haitian looking for Black help America. Shit, if they don't, every time they have their president just got shot. What did they do? Huh? They asked the United States to come intervene and stop all the riots. Do you think they were making a plea to the white American government? Or were they making a plea to the Black people within that white American government to go talk to the white people who run the government and pull the levers of power to intervene? Because see, let me explain something to you Black folks around the world, you colored folk around the world. The heart and soul of the United States are these Black Americans. We are the only ones that have been able to move these white folks in the right direction. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all these other great leaders, our poets, our historians, our actors, our soldiers, especially our soldiers and Marines and naval men. It is because of the hard work and dedication that they have been able to see us, that these white folks who've been raised to be prejudiced, a lot of them have been able to say, you know what, this is wrong. I see the humanity in these Black people. And it's because of that, they said, we gotta do better. What was it? Herbert, I did a presentation on the President Herbert Hoover. Was that him? After the issue that happened in World War II or World War I, where that Black man was killed on his way home. And he said, no, we got to give these soldiers equal rights. These Black men are working as hard as everybody else. It was the Black soldiers, the Black warriors coming home, and how you fight for this country and this freedom overseas. And then you come home and you get treated like a third-class citizen. That had to change. So it was that showed this country, these white folks who've been brainwashed to think that Black folks are inferior. It was our heroism, it was our humanity, it was our heart and our soul that convinced them, and along with the fact that we put hands and feet on people, and we will fight if pushed. They convinced them that they had to give us our rights to recognize us as human beings. That's why. But that took hundreds of years to do, along with 200,000 Black men fighting in the Civil War and dying on the front lines, along with the Indian Wars or the Seminole Wars, in Florida, that put Lincoln in a position, said, well, these Negroes are going to get themselves free one way or the other. We need to do something. So when you say every time you ask, see this man, Rebel Zoe, 1804, every time you ask the United States for something, you're asking the Black people within the walls of power, within the halls of power for that favor, because the white folks they just see you as a foreign Negro. That's all they see you. It's not their problem. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. If you don't believe me, it was the Black National Caucus back in the 1980s that forced the United States government to put pressure on the South African apartheid government to end that process. We did that. So y'all keep that in mind. The white folks ain't doing nothing for y'all like that. White Zaddy don't like you like that. Shout out to my man Justin Winfrey. He said, as messed up as we are, FBA, we are still more on code than the rest of the African diaspora. But, well, we working on it, brother. We working on it. But my main thing is, if this was a negotiation, what I'm here's what, and you know, you always bring up the brother. Y'all don't like brother Tariq Nasheed. I like Tariq Nasheed. Why? Well, let me say it like this. Tariq Nasheed is approaching you all from a historical standpoint and from a place of recognizing that more needs to be done. What Uncle D is, hashtag the Blizzard King, hashtag Dennis Sperling, attorney at law, is I'm here to put pen to paper. You see? So he's doing his part. And I want the rest of you Black Americans to do your part. We need to put pressure on these Black folks who come here from other countries, who from other countries, they want to ask for stuff. Y'all need to give up what you got. We're negotiating right now. And what we're telling you, brothers and sisters from overseas, is that you're going to have to do a lot more. Since you wouldn't come together because of our love that we have for you, now it's like, okay, you need to give us, if you want something, you need to give us something tangible in return. Yes, we live in the United States. Yes, we are next to the seat of power. Many of us hold the seat of power. Many of us have millions of dollars in finance at our disposal, but you can't have it for free. Not anymore. Now you're going to have to give something tangible, because we tried being brotherly with you. They got movements called the Pan-African movement, which is, I mean, I don't even see. What do we get out of that? Huh? We want something tangible. See, again, let me tell you something. We are not our ancestors. Just like many Black men are leaving the Democrat Party because they say you're not giving us anything. Many Black Americans, that whole idea that we could be brotherly and sisterly and be African brothers and sisters all over the world, that we realize that didn't work either. And you are going to have to come to the table and bring us something tangible. Y'all have whole countries at your disposal. You have the autonomy of having your country. What have you done for Black Americans? Have you offered scholarships for our children? Have you offered our children to come to your universities? Have you offered us dual citizenship? Can we buy land unencumbered? Can we run for office there? Can we open banks there? Have you made that publicly known? You always tell us when you got vacation time. Why don't you plead to the Black middle class who are going to be retiring in 20 years and say, hey, we give you tax breaks if you retire here in Haiti, right off the coast of Florida? Huh? Why don't you do that? That would seem to be a smart thing to do. You're the only independent republic in the Western, independent African republic in the Western Hemisphere. That would be intelligent. Offer us something. Stop just coming over here with your hand out. Stop telling us the Dominicans are whooping our ass again. We need y'all to come intervene. Stop, I say. Hell no. That's not our fight. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. You're going to keep getting your ass whooped by the Dominicans, and we're going to keep ignoring you. That's your neighbor. Your neighbor is whooping your ass. You want us to take a bus from Compton and Oakland and Harlem to come down there and help you fight your neighbor, who's also our African, also a member of the African diaspora. No, that's not our fight. Now, if you put some money on it, what do I mean by that? If you put something tangible in there and make our financial interest or our interest align with your interest, that's something different. And oh my God, we're a poor country. Y'all got land, y'all got resources. You're doing something down there. This is an overture. You see, the price of our cooperation and our protection just went up from the past 3 or 4 generations. That didn't work. Am I making myself clear? I want to make sure, because I'm telling you all this with all love and respect. I'm telling you this. You've got to do more. You've got to extend more to black. And let me say, y'all come up here and you talk a lot of stuff about Black Americans. We hear what you say about our culture. You say we have no culture, don't y'all? We have no culture. You have no language of your own, no traditions, your family. We know what you say. But you know, we willing to look past that if you put some money in it. You know, we willing to let you come up here and you know, and be black in order for you to get set asides and scholarships. We cool with that. Come on up here as long as we see a vested interest in it. But up until this generation, we haven't asked you that. It's been impolite. But see, we're not like our ancestors. We're different, just so you know. And then y'all make sure y'all hit the number 1 button. Let me read some of these super chats. Suede Houston said, Haiti did some great things in the past. However, can't win today's game with yesterday's score. You sure the hell can't. Let me see who else we got in here. My man Shocks, 112. Don't you forget black soldiers protested the U.S. occupation of Haiti from 1950 to 1934. Praise God. Thank you for that factoid. Let's keep listening. TGSR, $5 on the super chat. Shout out to you. Let me see who else we got up in here. Let me see. I'm reading the super chats. Let me see. Cologne, I can't say your name, brother. I hate Cologne. My brother. Cologne Ijekala. I hope I pronounced it right. Garvey came here because Jamaicans rejected him. He sure in the hell did. He wanted to bring Booker T. Washington's program there. He did. They did do that. A lot of great immigrants from other countries have come to the United States for education and to learn and look at our movements and whatnot. And, you know, that's cool. We all right with that. We've always embraced you with open arms. You see what I'm saying? And we've always oftentimes come to you and you know, in your time of need. But goddamn, we're not getting involved in all those fights no more. And like I said in the broadcast, since the whole George Floyd thing and everything leading up to that from Trayvon Martin on, we realize that we're by ourselves. You see all this shit happening, and I'm talking to those African countries. I'm talking to all y'all, from Ethiopia down to South Africa, up over to Uganda, to up to Togo, Benin, Nigeria, all of y'all. Nigeria, all of y'all. You see all the stuff that black men and black women are going through in the United States, and the most you can do is give us the right to abode. Y'all can come over here for a little while, but y'all can't really own no land. Y'all, you really can't own no land. And push come to shove, y'all still not like us. You see what I mean? That's what y'all offered. Not real citizenship, not real come home, stay here, bring your families. You good? None of that. You see all this shit we're dealing with in the United States, all this racism, all this bigotry, and y'all don't do nothing. You've had how many years now? 403 years to open up your borders and invite the 40 million black Americans, the 40 million of this lost tribe of Africans to come back over there, and you haven't. You ain't sent no boats. You ain't chartered no flights. You understand what I'm saying? And this is to my African brothers, because Haiti is just a small ass end of an island. They can't accommodate 40 million black folks. And they can't. They just can't financially. But those Africa is a huge continent with 54 countries, many of them below the Sahara Desert. And that's where most of us came from. And y'all haven't invited us back over there. So what am I supposed to say to that in response? That means you don't want us back over there. You don't see us as family. You see us as an opportunity. So now guess what? Well, if it's going to be financial, let's be financial. What do we get from you, fam? Yeah, we can still be brothers and sisters. All that, you know, hey, we can still be brothers. But see, the thing is, we need the money. Show me the money. Show me the land. Show me the opportunity that you present. Because love is not good enough. Love don't pay the bills. I'm just saying. And the same thing goes for Haiti. You keep wanting us to intervene in them goddamn fights that you having with the Dominican Republic when they whooping y'all ass and sending y'all back home for cutting up or whatever. That's not our fight. Even situation where you talking about with some of these Haitian people were born here. Look, citizen naturalization is something that's unique to the United States. That's a right that you have here in the United States. That's not everywhere. And it's not our job to enforce American policies in other people's countries. We tried that. It didn't work. It went bad. We failed. So you got to cut that out. That's not on us. You can't expect Black Americans to be the police of the world. You can't expect Black Americans in general to be the police of the world. That's not our job. And we can't keep saving y'all and speaking up and using expending our political capital, and you not giving anything back. Am I being clear? This sounds pretty fair to me. Because see, I don't know anywhere where we've asked you all to come save us. We, for the most part, have saved ourselves as Black Americans. Now let's look at some of these goddamn comments. Okay, let's look at these. Let's look at these comments from these people that do not like what I had to say to them. Okay, I've been trying to work on this Haitian accent, but I don't quite hang around enough Haitian folks to know what the accent is, and I don't speak French. But let's look at some of these comments from these folks out here big mad at Uncle D. You ain't gonna care if you mad. Be mad. Shit, you get a cape on and be super mad. How about that? Yeah, baby. Let me see if I can pull these comments. There we go. Okay, so can y'all see these comments? Most people were like, yeah, not our business, Dennis. I have even more respect for you, brother, for staying on code and speaking the truth. Yeah, I appreciate all that. I want to get to the angry comments, though. That's the fun part. Let's get to the angry little Haitian people. It's mad at me. Y'all still with me? Are we having a good time here? Y'all let me know. Yeah, somebody said, really, I was in the DR last year. A lot of women in the DR are dark skinned. That's another thing that's goddamn true. And you know that on the TV show, on the broadcast, the host was trying to get me to say that we should dark-skinned Black people should be afraid to come there. Most of them people in Haiti are black as hell. Okay, most of them are dark-skinned, and the reason they dark-skinned because they live on the island and they're exposed to the sun all day, so they're gonna be brown or dark-skinned. They are clearly of African descent. Okay, so if you go over there and do what you do, they're not up there to bother you. Okay. Somebody said this is a ploy to keep the passport bros in the United States. Well, it definitely is designed to strike fear in brothers. I know that. Let me see. Country politics have been. Let me see. I'm trying to look for some of these comments here. Oh, here's one. Crimson Joseph. This is why I don't F with the manosphere. A bunch of raccoons wearing suits. See that? Now look at that. This is what I'm talking about. Can y'all see this? I want to make sure y'all can see this comment. Let me look at what Playboy had to say about me. Can y'all still hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, man. Let me know if you can hear clearly what I'm saying. All right. Look at this. This one right here from Crimson, whoever this is, Crimson Joseph. This is why I don't F with the manosphere, a bunch of raccoons wearing suits. So basically what this young uninformed individual is telling us is that me saying that Black Americans have no dog in this fight and that we need to mind our business is me being a raccoon. Now let's break that down. Because see, a lot of you young Negroes, you don't know what a sellout is. You don't know what that is. I am for my people. I am for my tribe. Let me talk to you in gang sets. I'm for my set. Y'all beefing between each other, that's on y'all. Don't bring me in that. That's what I'm saying. That's y'all business. That's between Haiti and the Dominican Republic. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Our interests are not aligned. We don't win or lose or benefit from you doing whatever y'all do to each other. Me not coming to your rescue is not me being a raccoon or a sellout, homeboy. That's me saving my saving my energy and resources and time for my own problems. Do you understand that? So you got poor understanding, Kim Son Joseph. Kim Son, you're a black Korean? Kim Son. You have poor understanding. You just name calling because that's the worst thing you can think of calling me. Maybe you don't like the Manosphere and Jared. Whatever you think that might be. I'm a black dude on the internet talking to my brothers, trying to make them better, trying to help them be better human beings. You don't like what I got to say because I'm down for my people, because I say it out loud? We never are allowed as black men to speak up for our own black people and say, I love being a black man. I love my people. I love speaking on the triumphs of our people. We always got to be humble. We always got to share shit like the civil rights movement. Well, you know, other people helped out. No, they goddamn didn't. We was on the front line getting shot. If any white person got shot, it was just by happenstance because they was with the wrong nigga at the wrong time. And the sheriff said, we're going to get their ass too. That's what happened. So Kim Son Joseph, take that lesson and move forward. All right. Y'all really with the conspiracy. Somebody said the Missanders are in the State Department too. This reads like an excuse to keep the passport bros on the plantation. There might be something to that. I didn't really address that on the show, but that is something we might need to talk about, or maybe some of you guys might want to talk about. I wanted to kind of keep the level of seriousness. I didn't want to explore that, on national TV, conspiracy theories, because that have been a little out there. But let me see what else. The interview give us great information. You're welcome. But I'm looking for the haters and the naysayers. Here's one brother. Let me say, if you're a dark-skinned American in the DR, keep your passport on, you fools. This is not FBA's first damn. Right, okay. As a Haitian American, spent a week in Port de Plata, did excursions, not one issue besides getting the runs. My man said he had the shits. Well, I appreciate this brother saying that. Thank you. What about Haitians that live in America? I have friends in the community. Been following your channel since Kevin Samuels, but I had to unsub as an African raised in America. I respect your stance on FBA's brother named Telescope. Brother, first of all, you commenting on my page. I appreciate the sub, but how do you know about the broadcast if you not subscribed to the page? I don't get that. But either way, thank you for the comment, which helps the algorithm tremendously. And I'm glad that, I want y'all to understand something. I'm not going to sacrifice my integrity, okay, for some subscriptions on some internet shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because see, when this YouTube thing is long gone, y'all going to remember that Uncle D was down for his people. It makes no sense for me to say, oh, yeah, I support the Guatemalans over the Black Americans. You look like a fool. Nobody will trust you. You support your side. In a fight, you always side with your family. And what I'm telling y'all is that foundational Black Americans, that's my fucking family. Yeah, we got some extended family in Ghana and Nigeria and Togo, Benin and Guyana and Jamaica and all these other places. But that's extended family. Until y'all come and start treating us like brothers, really treating us like brothers and sisters, y'all not acting like family. This is my side over here. I don't think y'all understand that. I live and die in this world as a Black American man. Period. That's where it starts and stops. You brothers traveling overseas, you going to Thailand, you're not Thailand men. You got women from the Dominican Republic, you're not a Dominican man. No matter how well you get treated, your black ass is still El Moreno, okay? El Moreno, that's what you are. Los negros, okay? Los negros, papi. Tú eres un negro todos los días de tu vida, okay? Okay, no problem. As long as you understand that, you can eat all the mango you want to. Y mango y cebolla y salame. You may love all the Dominican women in Sosúa and Puerto Plata on the same day. Your black ass is still El Moreno, all right? But it's cool. Just know who you are. Enjoy it. Enjoy your relationships. Enjoy your children. Enjoy all of that. But the bottom line is know who you are. To you black dudes married to white women, you love them white girls, them tall, fine Viking women, some fine white women out there. Shout out to all the fine white women. All you black dudes out there dating them blue-eyed white women. I know you're having a good time out there. I ain't mad at you, praise Moses. Got that white gal. Your black ass is still black. Don't you forget that. And your little Negro children are little black. They black too. This mix my ass. Mixed with Negro, still a Negro. Oh, that's redneck rules right down there. Okay? Just so you know. All right? So don't forget who you are. You're a black man. No matter where you go on this planet, on top of that, you're a black American man. You can go to Uganda and stay there 50 years, and they'll be like, there's that American. We like him, but still. You understand what I'm saying? Now, again, we are better together. I would love to be able to embrace all of these black folk from around the country, around the world, who either here in the United States or whatever. But you're going to have to do more and show more. You're going to have to give us more. See, I want to see what you're putting on the table. You want my friendship? You want my love? We gave it to you for free for hundreds of years. But now you got to pay for it. Now you got to pay for our resources. We're not willing to put our political capital up, expend our political capital, our time, our energy, our tweets, our Facebook posts. We're not doing that anymore like that, fam. So keep that in mind. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up. Let me see. Is the Cash App running at the bottom of the? I have not received one Cash App. Is my Cash App working? Maybe it's broken. I don't know. Some of you haters don't like me telling these people that they need to pay me for doing this work. Oh, y'all don't like that. Oh my God, it should be free. I ain't nothing for goddamn free. Hell no. Y'all paying for them hookers y'all messing around with. Y'all can pay me too, player. That's right. Somebody put $2 on the Cash App. 2 on 20. How about that? Let me keep cooking this. I'm cooking with gas out here. Now, I know this is hilarious and I'm being funny, but I'm saying this with all seriousness. It's time for you black folks from other countries to do better. Now, y'all don't like Tariq Nasheed. He be roasting your ass. He should have been a goddamn comedian. That is one talented black man over there with all the movies and books and buildings and projects. Shout out to brother Tariq Nasheed. I support his work. He gives he has done a lot. I learned a lot more from him about the Haitian Revolution and than I ever knew. I didn't even know it was an interesting story. So big shout out to him. He has been the reason that we have a better understanding. But the brother is right. He is coming from the perspective of a historian, and I see him as such. And he is accurate. And all I'm telling you, I'm from the lawyer side of it. I'm from the business end of it. We need to change. I need to see something. This is a negotiation at this point. And y'all black folks need to do better. And you notice on the broadcast that I had on Fox, I referred to black Americans as foundational black Americans, which is a very accurate and easy to understand term. And it doesn't fool with what we already have. It just adds on. In other words, we went from black Americans to foundational black Americans, which establishes who we are, and it doesn't change that much. So what is a foundational black American? You get it. Shout out to my man Eddie Washington. Thank you so much. Let's read some more of these hater comments. Somebody said I was treated great in the DR. I agree, hate crimes are not your fight. Here's a good one. I want y'all to check this one out. Let's check this one out. The brother said this. I want y'all to take a look. So he says, this brother named Joseph Mavias. Oh, shout out to my man Warrior Scholar with the $10. Thank you so much, Student Warrior. I appreciate that. He said, Joseph Mavias, and I'm assuming this is a Haitian brother. God bless you. Fairly dark-skinned Haitian, born American here. I agree. Haiti's problems are not your fight. It is your responsibility. Let me stop. It is your responsibility, though, to stop the government from misusing tax dollars to conduct modern day imperialism and leaves Haitians out of control of their government. Now, let me help you understand something, brother. Okay. You're not going to like this response. Matter of fact, you're going to hate it. But let me finish reading. The situation in Haiti is a direct result of the U.S. and other Western power foreign policy decisions. Haiti would have freed your ancestors from slavery as we free Dominicans. We have nothing but love for all descendants of Africa. The hostility is not coming from us, brother. I appreciate that. That's a beautiful statement. I appreciate you, Joseph Marvius. But you got to understand something, brother. It's a couple of ways I can deal with this. First of all, I can tell you that depending on who you're asking, and shout out to Adam, man, thank you so much for the super sticker. It's not my responsibility to stop my government from using tax dollars to protect the interest of the United States. Because as a United States citizen, I benefit from my government doing shit to other governments to keep them from doing shit to us. I know that sounds harsh. I get it. But do you understand that as a Black American man, I've realized that we don't have anywhere else to go? I realize that we don't have any vested interest in Haiti. Y'all haven't opened up your borders and said we can come on in and be dual citizenships. If that was the case, I'd be the first one in line to say, y'all got to stop messing with Haiti. God damn it, I got a resort home down there, and y'all need to cut that out. I'll be calling my next door neighbor who's a U.S. congressman, whatever goddamn policies y'all got goddamn going on down there, don't let it affect my beach house, or you will not be getting this donation this year, bro. A frat or whoever you are. You understand what I'm saying? Your interests are not aligned with the interest in Black America. You want me to stop my government from whooping your ass and doing shit that's foul to you? Put something in the kettle. Let me know how my interests align with your interests. That takes a level of maturity, political maturity to understand. And that's what we are getting to in Black America. What's in it for me? Okay, I get it. The American government is whooping your ass down there in Haiti. They're doing foul shit to you. And you telling me it's my responsibility to stop them from doing things that's in the benefit of the United States. And I'm a United States citizen. Nah, bruh. Why would I? Because see, you guys are talking about, well, Russia and China are going to come over here and, we're going to get our new shit from them. Russia and China, who are enemies to the United States, both financially and militarily, are now making inroads into Haiti. This sounds Cuban Missile Crisis-esque to me. Let me tell you what the play is. They're going to get you in debt. They're going to say, okay, well, you owe us, $100 billion or $2 billion. Y'all come cheap. You owe us $400 million. So we're going to need to put a military base on here. And what do you think they're going to put on those military bases? Some type of rocket, if it's Russia, right? And where are they going to be pointing those rockets at? Places where we live as Black Americans. So do you understand that my interest in what the United States is doing is in the interest of me and every other American in this country? And if you want to change that, you want to be the exception to that, you have to then align your financial interest with the interest of Black Americans. And then we'll take interest in it. Yes, we have sway. Yes, we have influence over the government. Yes, we do. We right here. We went to school with them motherfuckers. You understand? We played football with them. We played basketball with them. They look up to us. Their kids look up to us. They listen to our rap songs and R&B and our artists. So yeah, we have influence over them, but why would we stop them from whooping your ass when your interests aren't aligned with us? Just because you Black? Shit. Niggas die every day. Niggas get their ass whooped every day. You understand what I'm saying? So do better is what I'm trying. Extend the olive branch, put some more out there, Let's see what tangible you have. That's how you come, and not just telling me it's my responsibility to come get the U.S. government off your ass. That's not gonna work. Now we got some people in the chat room that have a lot to say. We got Will 2. Shout out to Will 2. I need y'all to come on up in here and tell me why I'm wrong. But before we do that, y'all make sure y'all get these cash apps popping. I got 2 cash apps. This is you can find me. Who else we got up in? We got any more cash apps coming up in here? Yeah, I know. This is uncomfortable for y'all. Like I tell y'all all the time, we better together. I love y'all. Shout out to my man Greg Wilson. Thank you so much. Shout out to Student Warrior again. John Thomas, I support everyone traveling to a country that you enjoy. But YouTuber I Am Mora being assaulted by Dominican cops in Santiago for having a camera and looking Haitian. I will never visit that country. That's I get it. But let me tell you something. Them rules and regulations that you allowed to live here in the United States, that's not what's happening everywhere. First of all, Santiago is not necessarily a vacation spot. It is called the second city. It's about an hour and a half away from Puerto Plata, but they don't necessarily see a lot of tourists over there per se. I'm just letting you know. So, as I said on the broadcast last night, if your ass is in Puerto Plata, if you in Punta Cana, if you out down in Santo Domingo, you might, well, maybe not so much Santo Domingo, but these other places, they might whoop your ass, and they'll do the same thing in Colombia. You have reaped the benefit of a lot of hard work from a lot of Americans, a lot of Black Americans here in the United States, John Thomas. Okay, we have pushed this system so that it's a lot fairer to people of color than many other places. You understand what I'm saying? You don't necessarily get that everywhere. I had some police officers snatch me out of the backseat of a taxi cab down in Medellin, Colombia, solely because I had on the chain. You understand me? So you can get your ass whooped down there, and you can get locked up and put up under the jail. Best thing to do is comply. When the cop tell you to do something in these foreign countries, God damn it, you stop everything that you was doing and you do it. You tuck your flag, okay? As they used to say in LA, you tuck your flag and you do what they say do, because they will whoop your ass. And there's really nothing you can do about it but take that ass whooping. My man Shocks22 said, please throw the dancing Dominicana up for 200. I got you, baby. I got you. I'm going to get that up a little later on. But y'all, look, the link is in the chat room. Come on in. Let me hear what you got to say. I want to hear the complaints. Some of you all are saying, you know, and so back to Joseph. The situation in Haiti is a direct result of the U.S. and other Western powers' foreign policy decisions. It may very well be, Joseph. Haiti would have freed your ancestors from slavery as we freed the Dominicans. You would not be able to free us. It took a war that lasted 4 years between Americans to free us. And the thing you got to understand is that there was always the Florida problem. There was always Negroes going down to Florida and then turning around and fighting. We was fighting our ass off. We were going to be free anyway. That's what I need you to understand. There was no way they were going to be able to hold that group of people, that population of people in slavery in perpetuity. It wasn't going to happen. However, it is wonderful you think that, and we're proud of you for doing what you did. But if the freedom that you received is the freedom that you were going to give to us here in the United States, that's not the type of freedom we wanted. Because even now, 218 years later, Haiti is still one of the worst places for Black folks to live. Impoverished, crime-ridden, you destabilized governments. It's a horrible place. It is a horrible place from what I can tell and looking at all the statistics. And that's why so many Haitians want to go to the Dominican Republic, which is really only a step above Haiti at this point. So no, that's not the type of freedom we wanted. But thank you very much for the offer. And on top of that, you've been paying France out the ass for the past decades, 100 years or so, billions of dollars. So are you really free if they got you paying for what you fought and won for? I'm just saying, That don't look like freedom to me. Freedom is when you whoop somebody's ass so bad they don't want no parts of what you had. That don't sound like freedom to me, fam. I mean, you know, y'all won some fights, but y'all didn't win the war. They won the war of attrition. They won the financial war. And you can argue with me all day if you want to, but the proof is in the pudding. And I appreciate you saying we have nothing but love for our descendants of Africa, but you need to show that, though. You see, you need to show that. That's what I want to see. So brother said, I'm a dark-skinned Black American. And look, y'all, the link is in the chat room, man. Come on through. Keep the cash apps coming. I want to just go through some of these angry-ass comments. I've been in the DR. Most of them are dark-skinned. Yeah, that's true. Somebody said the colonizers kept the tension high to deflect away from themselves. No, I'm telling you that we are not getting involved in that shit between two countries of dominated by people of African descent. You want us to get involved in it. You want Black Americans to say, "Oh my God, that's terrible. We can't, dark-skinned Black people can't come down there. We must do something about this." We're not getting involved in that shit. Because that's all that was, to try to get us to come down there and get involved. And one of the brothers said it was one of these lovely ladies who work in the State Department who issued that order. I'm going to stop the passport bros. I'm going to stop they black asses. I'm going to scare they black asses. Let me send out this memo. We know what this that's probably something they did. I wouldn't put it past them, man. Why y'all ain't coming in there tonight? Y'all scared to come in on this conversation? What's wrong? Y'all scared? Come on in here and get some of this now. What y'all running from, baby? What you running from? Shout out to Latin Splaining. She's a very a good supporter. She said, even us Puerto Ricans and Cubans that happen to be in DR and Haiti's neighbors don't get involved in that beef. Hell no. Don't we get in that shit? What for? I'm going down there and getting my little drinks and coming back. You hear me? I got enough shit to deal with here in the United States. Again, the link is in the chat room. But anyway, since we talking about the Dominican Republic, and y'all know how much I enjoy the Dominican Republic, let's go ahead and talk about and show and demonstrate why we are all here in the first place. Y'all sit back and listen to this, and I look forward to getting y'all back up in here a little bit later on. We'll talk about it. Be right back.
Te hicieron sexy y con sabrosura. Tú tienes la magia y tienes el sabor. Oye, mami sexy, acaba con todo. Tú tienes la magia, tú tienes sazón. Oye, mamacita, para romper con todo. La dueña de swing, la dueña de todo. La del más caché, la que tiene todo. La dueña de swing, la dueña de todo. La que tiene swing, para romper con todo. Te hicieron bella, te hicieron dura, te hicieron sexy y con sabrosura. Tú tienes la magia y tienes el sabor. Oye, mami sexy, acaba con todo. Tú tienes la magia, tú tienes el sazón. Oye, mamacita, para romper con todo. Aprovechala y apriétala. Sácala a bailar.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Praise Moses. Praise Moses. I'm gonna say that with a lift for everybody. Praise Moses. That's what y'all going down there for, huh, bro? That's what y'all going down there for, huh? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. You know I used to live in New Orleans for a long time, and they talk like this down there, baby. Yeah, you. But anyway, yes, Lord. That's why you think for one goddamn minute these passport bros are gonna stop going down to the Dominican Republic, right? Just because the State Department issued a goddamn warning. Shit, they are not gonna goddamn do it. Somebody W. Alfonso, he put $9.99 on the pot. Praise God, praise God. But let me see. I want to look at this actual warning, and I want to kind of break down this warning, okay? That the State Department issued. Let me see if I can find it somewhere, because it's real slick in the language that they use. You understand? It's real slick in the language, and if you read it carefully, you can hear exactly what they're saying. But let me see if I can pull this up, man. I want y'all to hear this word for word. Let me see here. All right, so y'all with me? Y'all what everybody mad? Y'all ain't mad yet? I was hoping we're gonna get some angry Haitians up in here tonight to tell me why I was wrong for telling Black Americans to mind their business. That's what I was hoping. But I think y'all pretty much get where I'm coming from on this thing. Because you know, you guys do the same. You know, you don't really get in our affairs, and y'all let that shit happen, and y'all not offering us these tangibles that we need, you know, to raise up out of here. And then a lot of y'all talk shit about Black folks, Black Americans, when y'all come up here and y'all act like that we just supposed to forget about that, huh? You know, you just supposed to forget about that. When you're talking bad about us behind our and in front of our face, and then we just supposed to forget about that and be all brotherly when you need us. That's not gonna happen. Will too, you gotta cam up to come in. Make sure you cam up to come in. If you want to come in, you got to cam up. U.S. officials in Dominican Republic are warning dark-skinned Americans they are at risk of being swept up in the country's crackdown on Haitian migrants. The advice from the U.S. Embassy in Santo Domingo suggests that authorities there are using person's appearance as criteria for detention of those suspected of being in the country illegally. So what does that mean? What that means is they are racially profiling dark skin. Okay, that is one of the criteria that they're using. That's what this is saying. Again, I explained to you guys earlier, and I said this in the broadcast, that in the United States, it's illegal for people to racially profile, for cops and other governmental entities and agencies to discriminate and racially profile. That is not necessarily the law in other countries. That is something that is unique to Black America, to the United States, and it's something that Black Americans fought for. And see, that's the difference. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Like, this is you taking for granted what we've done. You see what I'm saying? Just think about that. Okay, just think about that. You know, you don't have it. We stood and we fought for that. We fought for that. We didn't run off. We didn't go nowhere else. We realized we couldn't go back to Africa. We didn't have any island country we could run to. We couldn't run into the walls and safety of Wakanda. We had to stay here in Compton and in Alabama and Boston. This shit out with, and they realized they had to give us something. So that's what I'm saying all the time. Racially profiling. Okay. So let me put the link back up in the chat room. Y'all don't really want to come up in here. I guess that's all right though. Praise God. We'll just keep on talking. We'll have this. This don't need to be an interactive lecture. This could be just a one-sided. The Dominican Republic says it has deported 43,900 migrants, mostly Haitians, between July and October, in an operation. It insists it is necessary for national security amid growing unrest, gang crime, and a fuel blockade inside its only neighbor on the island of Hispaniola. Now, what you got to understand is this election year down in the DR, and the prime minister / president, his ass wants to get reelected. And all these Dominicans are like, you need to get these goddamn Haitians up out of here. We already got a crime. We got our own goddamn crime. We're running out of fuel. You understand? There's a lot of bullshit going on. The last thing we need is them over here in our house. Just like you got somebody in your goddamn house and you and your wife and children are fighting with each other, they got to take their ass on. You got shit to do in your own house. It's an election year down there, okay? And this is what they're trying to do. I get it. Now, here's something else I want y'all to understand. Here's some internal politics that you are not very aware of. I want y'all to hear me. Listen to this very carefully. Oftentimes, the American government will put pressure and try to shame the Dominican government from criticizing and or deporting Haitians, okay? Because when they deport them, guess where they come? They bring their ass right on up here to Miami, little Haiti. They don't have a lot of options, okay? So if they're not going to the Dominican Republic, guess where they're going? They're going to the United States. And so in order to avoid them coming to the United States, the American government puts pressure on the Dominican government to allow them to stay there. Because, see, the U.S. don't want your black asses up here either. They don't want no black folk. That's why they open the doors for Ireland and Scotland and, well, Ukraine and all that. They don't want your black ass. It don't matter what kind of black you are. You can be Haitian black, Jamaican black, Guyana black. They don't want the Compton blacks that we have. We got Compton blacks. They trying to lock us up again. Harlem black, Atlanta black. Come on, let's get the name of it. Huh? Come on, Arkansas black, South Dallas black. That should be a song, baby. Okay, they don't want none of your black asses here. Mobile, Alabama black, Jackson, Mississippi black. They trying to turn y'all water off. They did that to us to you. South H-Town black, Southwest Houston black, Sunnyside black. They don't want us either. You see what I'm saying? So understand that. That's some politics that's going on there. My man Emmanuel Montero says, DR here, we come, LOL. I find the timing odd since the passport bros seem to be blowing up. I'm just saying, LOL. That reporter wanted you to condemn going to the DR. Respect, Uncle D. See, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go with the conspiracy theories. I need more facts. I'm here for the facts. But there are other people on YouTube who can examine this in you can go a deep dive on it. Maybe I'd like to know who the person is who issued this order from the Dominican consulate. I'd like to know, well, who is this person, right? Who is this person down there? Are they from Blackistan? Are they in is Blackistan in Santo Domingo? It's not, y'all need to stay y'all black asses in the United passport, bro. My ass, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It could be. Maybe somebody else can dig into that because, I don't want to speculate, but, with the way things are going, it could be very well true, especially when you have a Democratic president who is beholden to the lovely lady side of Black America, okay? He might say, look, I need you to go ahead and issue that order. Scare these Negroes out of going down to the DR, right? We need to do something to scare them from going. I don't know, Emmanuel. I'm not going to dig into that. I need more facts, but anything's possible, okay? I'm just saying, because, they got to do something because they done already realized why you're going down there.
Tengo video. Mami, ¿tú te gusta mi... ¿Cómo es este? Sí. Mucho. Ok. Hace calor aquí. ¿Tú no miedazo? Mucho calor. Ok. Yo me gusta. Yo no quiero regresar a Estados Unidos, muy frío allá. Quiero ir a Colombia conmigo. Muy frío, pero es muy bien para comprar ropa y otra cosa. Ay, mi amor, tu culo es muy grande. Ok, te quiero más fotos.
Yeah. Yeah. They got to do something to scare y'all from going down there and getting all of that. But anyway, yeah. So look, let's keep. Shut up. Shout out to my man, Alvin Holden. Man, I ain't really trying to do no conspiracy theories, bro. I'm not trying to do that, but that might be something you want to investigate. Later on the after stream or something like that, man. But anyway, so I want to kind of dig through the rest of this, man. But shout out, man. So what are your thoughts so far? I know you were privy to the broadcast that I did yesterday. Actually, yesterday, soon after it happened. What are your thoughts on the response that we received, or just generally speaking?
I think first of all, salute to you, thank you, and also I appreciate you keeping it so real on that on that broadcast, because they were not expecting that. They were not expecting that at all. So I appreciate you on that. There was a couple fiery comments, but I think a lot of us are. I think we're starting to learn how to get on code. To be honest with you, I think a lot of us are really starting to, it's not our fight, and I think that the last time that there was a bit of an issue down in the southern border there, the attitude was a little different.
Right.
Than it's been in the past. It was a little different. So, I mean, hands off. And you said it yourself. We heard what you guys say.
Yeah.
Like, we hear what you said.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, these folk from other countries, we embrace you as brothers, and then you come to our country and y'all start talking shit about Black Americans. Like, we hear that goes somewhere. We put that in the little bank account. And then when you come to cash a check, you come up negative because of that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we hear that. Y'all need to watch. See, they think we have free speech. We can say what we want to say and comment. Okay, we got it. But now you come over here with your hand out begging. I'm like, ain't you the same motherfucker that was talking shit about us last week? Y'all be doing this all the time. So it don't work like that. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, well, and the crazy part is they always act like they don't say what they really said.
Right.
What do you mean? We don't feel that way about you. I'm like,
we don't feel like that. No, we don't. What did you mean? When you need something? Shout out to my man Shocks 112. He said I had to trick. I had to trick over here. Yeah,
he likes the well. He likes the well.
Yeah, go ahead. I know that well. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that well. I bet I could auction that well off right here and right now, and I'd make a lot of money on that very well. But anyway, man. So the thing is, like, and they also brought up, well, the Dominicans are racist. They fucking may very well be so racist. They might not like your black asses. Yeah. We get that. What does that have to do with me? You said as a foundational Black American, like another brother came in here. He's obviously Haitian. He said Trujillo killed 50,000 Haitians because of their skin color. That's fucked up. But what do you want me as a Black American to do about it now? Yeah. Like, are you trying to convince me that people from Latin America are racist? They fucking racist up here. Did you not hear what the lady, the LA council member said about that little black boy calling him a monkey? You don't think we know that there's racist? Hell, Latino people know they're racist. Dark-skinned that Latino people know they're. What do you want? What do you want us to do about that? Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But go ahead, brother.
Well, I mean, again, we just get conned out of this. We can't have any pride in ourselves or in our group. We can't fight for ourselves, and we always get conned into fighting for everybody else. And the second we ask for something, it's like, oh, well, we got to help everybody. And it's like, well, why at this point? So I'm glad. Thank you for saying what you said.
Yeah.
And let that be an example to anyone else that gets out in front of the cameras. And when they're asked about what their thoughts are on another country's business, you say, you know what, I'm not a citizen there. I'm a citizen of the United States, and we have our own problems.
And see, let me spit this. Let me tell you what a lot of these folks are trying to get us to do. All right. And like, we got this guy named, I don't know how to pronounce his name. It says, Seb Win, every black fight is your fight. That's why other races will always be ahead of you. Here's what I want you to, because see, if you listen to people long enough, eventually they expose their game. You're trying to convince me. You're trying to convince Black Americans. Same win. And I would like for you to come in here, because I'm I'm going to ask you some questions. You're trying to convince me that this is a black and white fight going on with the Dominicans and the Haitians and them whooping y'all asses and sending y'all back to y'all country. You trying to convince me this is a black and white fight? Let's think about that. So how are you trying to convince me this is a black and white fight? You're trying to convince me that, number one, Dominicans don't think they're black, which they don't, and that they think they're white. That's what you're trying to convince me of. But the reality is they are a people of African descent, and the vast majority of them are black and dark and brown and some shade of brown, and only very few of them are so light-skinned that you would think they're white. They live on an island in the middle of the goddamn Caribbean. Shout out to my man Randy. They're exposed to sunlight all day. They're melanated people. Whether or not they consider themselves black or Dominican, I don't care. But you're trying to convince me that they not only do they not think they're black, but they think they're white. And so with this intellectual jujitsu, you're trying to convince me that this is a black and white fight. But when I look at these people, they look as Negroid. They Negroes with good hair. That's what they look like. They black with good hair. So in reality, these are two populations who are descended from of African descent. And of course, we know Dominicans, look at this, they most mixed group of people on the planet. But the bottom line, this is not a white and black fight. That's the first thing. But that's what they're trying to convince me first. But that's where it fails, because this is not white against black. These is colored folk of African descent fighting other colored folk of African descent. But that's where the number one thing fails. But they're trying to drag us into this fight, saying it's a black and white fight. And then saying, well, in every fight on the planet, that's what this, I want you to look at this goddamn silly ass comment. Look at the boy said right here. I want you to look at this shit. Every black fight is your fight. That's why other races, here's the shame. That's why other races will always be ahead. See, that's shame. That's a shaming tactic. And see, the reason your shaming tactics that you could have used on our grandfathers and our grandmothers and our that's not going to work on us, because we are red pill. And the red pill, as these brothers call it, extend far beyond just romantic relationships. They extend to all other relationships. I see shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. That's why you would call this a black and white, a black fight, when it ain't a black fight. This is black on black violence going on the island of Hispaniola. That's the reality of it. See, this is what your red pill lenses should do. That's why for a year or so, I would talk about that. I would come in and I would talk to you guys about very common Bible stories, and I would have Sunday sermons, and I would talk about that. So I could show you, like, even if you begin to apply your red pill reality and what you know about life, if you apply to these same old stories that you thought you understood, you would see a lot more, because you take off those fictitious glasses. So the thing is, brother, that's not going to work. This is not first of all, every black fight is not our fight. Down in Rwanda, when niggas was killing niggas, the Tutsi versus whoever, that wasn't our fight. That's not all these fights are. That's like you dropping me off in South Central LA, telling me to stop the Bloods and Crips from flight. That's your goddamn dumb ass. Y'all can't figure that out on your own. And here's another thing. Niggas been fighting niggas since the beginning of the time. You said other races will always be ahead of you. Who is the you? Are you black? You see what I'm saying? Are you black? On top of that, did you not know that Asians fought Asians all the time? Are you not familiar with Genghis Khan? Are you not familiar with the wars between the French and the English? Are you not familiar? There's a war going on right now between Ukraine and Russia. People fight each other all the time. You think all white people are supposed to rush into that fight? Hell no. Y'all sort that shit out on y'all own. And if we had a vested interest in it in either side, you know what? We might intervene, but you haven't done that. You have not extended those brotherly arms. You just here begging for help after years of talking shit about us and our culture. And now you want us to come in and intervene. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Say when or whatever, how you ever say, you're going to have to do more. But anyway, but I done went on a rant. Go ahead. What are your thoughts, man?
No, it's just a special kind of a butthole that would say something like that's why other
Yeah.
races would be ahead of you first and foremost.
Yeah, shit.
And say it to my face. But I mean, again, that's the type of energy that these other groups bring here,
Mhm.
and then they expect us not to say or do anything about it, and then they want to clutch their pearls when we say nah,
Yeah.
no thanks, I ain't got nothing to say about it.
Yeah, and that's a trip that they get angry when we say, no, we're not getting involved. Like, why don't you go ask the Nigerians? Go ask them what they, like it's other black people and other populations. They got an army in Nigeria. They got an army in Ghana. Go talk to them if you want help. Go tell them to invade the Dominican Republic. You see what I'm saying? Something like that. Shout out to my man, Mr. Allen. Y'all make sure y'all contribute to the Super Chat, the Cash App, and the PayPal. Mr. Allen, what would you like to add to this conversation, bro?
We ain't got nothing to do with any of that.
Mm-mm.
We don't. You can't feel bad for that situation because it's literally like the Crips versus the Bloods in the same neighborhood. They're all trapped on the same damn island. If you can't work out relations with your neighbors on the same damn island, it's like Negroes on the block. You let them do what they do. When they get tired, claim the mess and go about your business.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want us to do? And you want us to expect, and for what? What do we get out of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we get out of it? My man, Essential Entities, thank you for coming through, bro. He said, thank you. Yeah, we got our own shit to deal with. But because see, this is some people are reporting on this report, but they haven't actually read what it says. Expulsions include hundreds of children sent to Haiti without their parents. Okay, so they got sent back to Haiti without their parents. What do you want me to do about that? You want me to open up? Alvin, can you take some Haitian kids at your house?
No room.
Alvin, I mean, what do you want? You want us to say something about that? I mean, what do you want us to do? Why would the kids in Haiti, why would the kids from Haiti in the Dominican Republic? And don't say, oh, they were born there, they're Dominican. No, that is a law here in the United States. Naturalized birth is something that's unique to the United States. That is not everywhere. Okay? You can't apply the rules and shit that Black Americans fought for here in the United States everywhere. You got to fight for it. But again, we got an immigrant problem our goddamn selves. And what you don't understand is that these Black Americans that you're dealing with right now, especially these same men that y'all bitch and complain about in the manosphere, we done already bunny hopped. So we done with this with the goddamn relationship shit. You hear men talking about relationship, but those are people who came to the manosphere in the last couple of years to get money, and they rehashing shit that we've been talking about since 2014. That's why you hear them getting all this red pill content. They just fucking it up. They look. They are not the ones that came before. You said they're not Thugtician. They're not Sandman MGTOW. They're not Turd Flinging Monkey. They're not BGS Ibmore. They just listening to videos and saying that shit on their videos. But that's over. Black men and Black women have already renegotiated the social contract of what it's going to be. Black brothers have said, well, here are your options. We're going to go passport. We're not going to date. That's pretty much it. Or we going to pump and dump. That's what we have now. That's the social contract that's been renegotiated over the past 7 years related to what's been going on here since 2014 and the so-called exchange of information that we call the manosphere or the red pill. So that's done. Now we've moved on to politics, and we've taken those same tenets that we learned by looking at things through those red pill microscopes, and we looking at the rest of the world. What's in it for me? What do I actually get out of this relationship? Because see, for many years, Black men had their queen mother goddess simp chip turned up 100%. And now you got your Pan-African simp chip that you got to deal with. And we're going to have to break some of them motherfuckers too. What's in it for me? Okay? That Black national simp chip, that Pan-African simp chip, that we all brothers, we are the world, we are the children simp chip. Those, they shorting out right now. They're shorting out in a major way. And Black men especially are saying, hold on. You're not going to have me expending my time, energy, resources, and my tears and my emotions getting involved in fights that aren't mine And then when we help you resolve those issues by extending our resources, y'all bring y'all black asses over here and then y'all talk shit about us. That's not going to work. We're not our ancestors. And that's what they need to understand. It's a new day. We done moved on from the relationships. And now we talking about politics. And there's going to be some more shit after that. You see, this is not going to stop. This is a movement. That's why this whole manosphere, which is really black men talking and exchanging ideas, that's why this is revolutionary in a sense. It might not be televised, but it's on goddamn YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they always try to keep black folk, black men especially, from getting together. They would take a slave from this tribe and this tribe. Your ass, they gonna send your ass to goddamn Alabama, and your ass is going to North Carolina. And y'all will never see each other. You're gonna be mixed in with some people you don't even know. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, family, is this: we're talking now, and we're coming to some conclusions and some understandings about life, and politics and religion. And how we get along, and this is what we see happening. Now we got basically a think tank. I know I'm rambling. I apologize, but let's keep it going. Mr. Allen, what else would you like to add?
Pretty much just like another show that I was on that you did. They expect us to be their sacrificial lambs. Mm-hmm. Everyone, the world looks at us to be their sacrificial lambs to put out the fires that they started.
Yeah.
And that time is come and gone. We not doing that no more.
Yeah.
We not running into that burning building to save you no more.
Yep.
The world as a whole is on fire, and we just be watching it burn. But trust and believe, after it burn down, we got the skills to rebuild.
And let me tell you what really, and let's dig a little deeper than that. Big Mama is dead. It was black women that put you black men up there to go do that shit. Go pound against those brick walls with your fists. And we're not listening to black women anymore like that. See, it was black women that boosted you up in the civil rights movement. Y'all was running to save them from the white man. Back in Jim Crow, there was a term called honky. And the honky was a white man that would pull up in his car and honk his horn and bring that black woman out. Mama, that honky here again to see you. That black woman could have a wife. I mean, that black woman could be a married black woman. This is doing Jim Crow. This is after slavery. That's where the term honky came from. It came up out of Georgia. You see what I'm saying? Here come that honky again. That honky is coming around here. The term cracker comes from the crack of that whip. That cracker gonna get you. You see what I mean? Across a black man's back. And so it was us trying to protect our women, these schools, sending our daughters off to these HBCUs, these Negro normal schools, getting them out the South so they can go be teachers and whatnot and nurses in the North. We did that to save our daughters. Our sons remained in the field and helped the fathers. See, we don't know this history. We sacrificed as black men so much before our women. And for these rotten ass, raggedy ass, no good motherfuckers to now turn around and say black men never defend them is a fucking slap in the face. And they need their asses talked about very badly for that. They need to say y'all gonna you're gonna sit your ass down and take this talking to you. You know no fucking history about the sacrifices that black men made, and you are willing to get out there and say we didn't do shit when against all odds we saved y'all black asses. They was trying to destroy us after slavery. They trying to get rid of us. They tried to ship us to goddamn Brazil. They tried to start Liberia to get rid of. They did not want our black asses here, but we still here. And all these heifers can do is sit up and bitch and complain about what black men didn't do. And we got your black ass here with your weave wearing selves. You no good scoundrels. But anyway, Wrench, y'all, I'm angry. Let me hold on a minute. Woo! Let me come down off of this. Wrench, sir, why aren't they pressing Karen Jean-Pierre about Haiti? Right. She made a point to separate herself and be the alphabet. I mean, yeah, y'all, you go do you now. But I want to finish reading this goddamn thing. Several countries and human rights agencies have condemned the program of mass arrests and deportations. Criticism, the Dominican Republic government says it profusely rejects. The country has a right to guard its borders. All right. I mean, fuck it. What you want me to say? The U.S. Embassy warns. I wonder who in the U.S. Embassy warned. A warning came in a bulletin. Let's see if the bulletin is available. Who wrote the goddamn bulletin? Oh my God, who wrote the bulletin? Here's the actual bulletin. Let me see what I'm gonna do. Alvin, I'm gonna put this in the private chat room for you so you can have access to it. All right, that's the bulletin that they actually wrote. Okay, let's see who authored this goddamn bulletin. I would like to see. It's only one step that you got to do. Who are the people in the who runs the U.S. embassy who's the ambassador to the Dominican Republic? Let's look that up. Let's see the ambassador to the Dominican Republic right now. Let's just take a look. We'll do it together. Hold on, let me see. Ambassador. I'm probably gonna misspell this goddamn thing. Ambassador to Dominican Republic. To Dominican Republic. Let's take a look at who the ambassador is to the DR. Robin Bernstein. Okay, a little Jewish lady. Praise Moses. Let's see who she got working for her. All right, look, Robin Bernstein. Shout out to Essential Entities. My little internet is slow. Okay, Miss Bernstein. So this is the person. I wonder who she has working with her right now. I wonder. I don't know, but I'm sure. It's some lovely ladies around there somewhere. Okay, or some members of the alphabet community that is listening to this broadcast right goddamn now. Let me see. Dominican migrant agents have conducted widespread. There's a little part in here I want to read, and y'all understand what I'm saying. Dominican migrant agents have conducted widespread operations aimed at detaining those they believe to be undocumented migrants, especially persons of Haitian descent. Take note. In some cases, here it comes. In some cases, authorities have not respected these individuals' legal status in the Dominican Republic or nationality. These actions may lead to increased interaction with Dominican authorities, especially for darker-skinned U.S. citizens and U.S. citizens of African descent. Let me explain to y'all what that means. What that means is you got a lot of Haitians going down there who are American citizens, and a lot of Haitians do go visit the Dominican Republic. I've seen them, even in Sicily. They bring their whole family. They still Haitian, but they're American citizens. They go to the DR, they visit the DR, and then you also have Africans who go there. And when you're looking at Haitians and you're looking at Africans, they're very similar. I can look at a Black American man and I can tell. I can look at Black. We know each other, the way we speak, the way we talk, the way we interact. But bottom line is, what I'm saying is they're talking about immigrants that come there. They're talking about Haitians who come there as American citizens and Africans who come there. They're not talking about Mr. Allen or Mr. Holden. But y'all can go down there and all you guys, you will blend right in. I mean, it's just what it is, because we're a mixed group of people very similar to them. We don't necessarily have that issue. Now, of course, we got dark-skinned brothers, but they know by your god, like when my man Wrench Turner was in here, they know he's not a goddamn Haitian. He's too goddamn big. They know goddamn well he from Dallas or Texas, some goddamn way. I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, fellas, what else y'all want to say on this thing? I'm gonna get up out of here in a few minutes. What else would y'all like to add to this?
Well, I mean, that interesting point, because I mean, obviously obviously there's the passport angle, but once again, I think just trying to put that extra sauce on it to get Black Americans to try to get behind some sort of a cause, or at least get out in the streets and politic for no reason, essentially.
What about you, bro? What? Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Mr. Allen, go ahead.
I think that at the end of it all, it should show you just how powerful your seed is as a man. They're pulling tricks and rabbits out of the hat to keep you brothers from traveling because they're afraid of, because they know what's going to happen. Once you leave this place, your eyes open. When you start traveling the world and you get treated like a man, a human being, in America as a doctor and you are a person of color, you still an N-word. It doesn't matter your position or your title. They view you as being less than. When you can travel the world and be treated as a man and you can get out there, you're going to want to spread your seed. Your testosterone level is going to increase. Your overall health is going to get better. You're not going to want to be here. Yeah. They know that. So they're trying to prevent it. Shock, awe, scare. force you Negroes back onto the plantation by cracking their whip. You can fall for it, or you can go live, man. Experience life.
That's it, man. So what you gonna talk about later on tonight, Alvin? What you gonna talk about later on, man?
Well, I was gonna touch on this particular on this point because I mean, obviously, it was a little clickbaity because I am going to talk about the conspiracy theory as far as Passport Bros, but I was more than anything just I wanted to highlight how you took that moment and kind of stood up for foundational Black Americans and made that statement in a way where he couldn't refute it in the moment. He couldn't, there wasn't any space for him to stop you or try to redirect or misdirect, which I really appreciated. And, it was a very eloquent the way you broke that whole thing down. You hit a lot of points in a very short amount of time. And there's a lot of lessons to be learned in that, especially when there's a lot of us that are becoming, getting in front of the camera and putting microphones in front of our faces, and people are going to start asking us our opinions on things. There's a lot of us I'm realizing aren't media trained per se.
Yeah, they're not ready.
And so you did a fabulous job of breaking that part down, which I really appreciated. And I was just going to touch on that more than anything.
No problem, brothers. You see, I've been typing. Zozuchi, no, yo, dumbass. You said Africans do not go to the DR. Lies, LOL. You big dummy. Do you not know American arrested for murder in Sosua? What's this motherfucker's name right here? I want you to read this motherfucking name and you pronounce it. See all them goddamn vowels in there? Does that look like a Black American's name right there? You big fucking dummy. Don't bring your, see, I hate this shit. You get all in your panties, because I'm telling you, hey, Haitian brothers, y'all need to treat us with some more fucking respect. And then I'm telling you that Africans are going, your Black ass probably ain't never even been to the goddamn DR. You don't know who's going there. Does this look like a Black American name to you? This man was arrested for murdering a prostitute in Sosua, a Dominican girl in Sosua. He killed her in a hotel in Sosua. This is in 2018. You understand? This is not a Black American man doing this. This is an African man who has a goddamn passport from the United States. Y'all need to cut this shit out. At least come to this goddamn argument in good faith, understanding what you're talking about. I'm tired of this shit. And a lot of other Black Americans are also tired of this shit. Clearly you don't know what you're talking about. It's annoying to me. You are dealing with the most educated group of Africans who have ever been on this fucking planet, and you coming in here arguing about facts that you're unaware of because you mad because your little funky ass feelings are hurt. So you don't like Tariq Nasheed. But see, I will fuck you up with politics and policies. It's just a matter of, hey, let's get together and donate $10,000 to this motherfucker who's running for office and that motherfucker who's running for office. And we can change all this shit. You need to cut that shit out. This is not even an emotional argument. I'm not angry with Haitians. I'm not angry with Dominicans. I'm trying to tell you, if you want our help, stop talking shit about us and bring something tangible to the table that invites us to say, hey, you know what? Our vested interests are tied to yours. And as long as our interests are tied together, I'm going to make sure you're all right. Because you being all right puts money in my pocket. Not this funky ass shit that you arguing about, this tit for tat. Y'all mad at Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed is a nice man. I would take pleasure in fucking you up. See, that's what I do because this is my side. And that's what I want you to understand. It's not that I'm angry with you. This is my side. I'm a foundational Black American. This is my fucking side. I don't do it out of love. I do it because this is my side. That's the type of dedication that most of you people don't understand. It's what made me go out and fight you motherfuckers on the internet for 2 or 3 weeks because y'all was fucking with Kevin Samuels. And I said, that's my friend. Even if I only met him a couple of times, that's my fucking friend. And my word is my bond. And you see, these are the type of Black men that I'm looking for on this page and anywhere else. See, and y'all not ready for that because y'all have never dealt with Black men that had backbone that's willing to stand on what they believe. This is my fucking side.
Stop coming over here with your hand out. You're getting your ass whooped by the Dominicans. You know we the only ones that can raise them up off of your asses, and we the only ones strong enough to do it. But instead of coming to us offering something, you just begging and threatening, throwing shames like some hoes. That's not going to work no more, fam. And I say that with all love and respect and everything that you supposed to get. But this is the shit I'm tired of, bro. And that Zoe shit, all you niggas need to go to jail. You know how I feel about American Pookies? You motherfuckers need a bullet in the fucking head. All that gang shit down there, I would light you motherfuckers up. It would be task force, FBI, we would light you motherfuckers up and y'all would be eliminated and I would put you under the jail. You see what I'm saying? So that shit does not work here. We're not afraid of criminals and crooks and drug dealers. We want to body all of you motherfuckers to clean this country up. You make all black men and women look bad. You come over here, you do ill shit, and then at that point you're Black American on the news. You're black. And then when you do shit that's fantastic, like, you know, get 1,800 on the SAT or get accepted to 26 goddamn Ivy League schools, then you're Haitian, then your flags come out. All right, cool. I respect that. Do what you do. I'm okay with that. But what I'm saying is, don't come over here shitting on me, shitting on my people, shitting on my country. And then when you got your fucking hand out and we say hell no, then you get mad, start acting like hoes. That's not acceptable no more, fam. And that's on everything. Shit. Motherfuckers, I got my goddamn blood pressure up again, man. Anyway, man, this is Uncle D, man. Shout out to Alvin. Shout out to Mr. Allen. This is Uncle D. I love you guys. Whoa, shit, I need to go take my goddamn medicine. This is Uncle D, man. I'm out. God bless y'all.